Hi everyone, RVDebs here. It's Monday, Memorial Day, 2020. The year we'll never forget, no matter who we are. That's right. It is kind of hard to see myself in this light. Let me fix. Is that better? Could be worse. Now I know most people aren't watching this channel anymore with, I don't even know if anyone's going to come in. But I wanted to talk today about what it's like to try to be good to yourself no matter what's happening. Most of my friends on here know I've been on Weight Watchers since January 6th this year. And it's not easy right now for me. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with a lot of things. Some of the things I can share, some of the things I won't share. But I just thought I would see if anyone wants to come in here and chat about stuff that's sometimes difficult, to chat about what's going on in our world, what's going on in your own private world. I've been sad. There's many reasons. I mean, all of us have reasons to be happy and sad. I mean, I guess above all, we're supposed to be grateful. And I am grateful. I'm grateful that I'm safe. That's probably a better thing to think about is what are we grateful for? I'm grateful that I've lost the 28 pounds, but I'm just sticking there because it's so difficult to keep on that plan when my mind feels a little bit disheveled and crazy. Hi there, Terry. Yeah, I just thought I'd do my old channel, give it a little bit of an oomph because it's kind of dead since my original channel came back. And I thought this channel, I can talk about food plans, Weight Watchers. It doesn't matter really what you're on, low carb. It's all pretty much difficult. Hi, Linda. But I've been struggling lately. I had gone to my dear friend, and she's like a niece. She's like a daughter, Nadia, and I had a piece of birthday cake. Not a big piece, but it's enough that it gets that sugar in me, and it starts me wanting more. Hi, Sandra. And I think when you're doing a plan and you're sticking to it, you feel strong, and you think, oh, one little piece of birthday cake's not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna bounce right back, get right back on it. And I am, but it's hard. It is hard. And it's not just it's food hard, but I mean, like, everything about right now to me seems really hard. I mean, just the way the world is, like, to keep your distance, That birthday cake was delicious, Terry. I had a little piece, but I didn't leave one bit of frosting because frosting is my like, what do you call it, a nemesis? Like, if I'd rather have the frosting than the cake, but the cake was good. We have a good place to buy cakes called Modern Way, and they always do a good job. So I let myself eat it, and it wasn't big, and it's okay. Oh man, it's just so difficult. Hi, Patricia. She says it's a dreadful time. Being in lockdown isn't getting any easier, and we have to try. Yes, we do. We have to try to find inner strength from somewhere. You've been eating too much, and I haven't been overeating, but I sure think about it a lot. I haven't lost any weight this week or last week because I've just been eating what's on the plan, but like maybe 2 servings, instead of cutting it in half. That's when I lose weight. When I cut my servings in half. Well, hi, Sandra. She says maybe it'll help to get another stimulus check. I don't think they're going to give us another stimulus check, and I would love it more than I can even say, because the stimulus check helped me um, just feel like I didn't have to worry about when my Social Security check's coming. That kind of feeling. You could do something with it, but I don't think they're going to give us another one because they're trying to open up all the stores and stuff, the restaurants, and that's not going to do it. That is not going to do it. I mean, we're all going to go out and try to go to a restaurant. And like I said, Red Lobster yesterday, was it 2 days ago? It was a bad experience. The food was just okay. It wasn't good. Um, the minimal menu that they had in paper, and segregating all of the people, so we had no people around us. Our waitress had a mask, but it was hanging on her neck, so she wasn't using it. I felt sorry for her. And she said it's terrible times for us all. And I'm hoping for another stimulus check because that would really help. Because I wanted to buy a shed, but the shed that I want is like $2,000. And even if I got a smaller shed, it's still about $1,000. That's why my other shed didn't come, because that shed was no longer available for the money, and they just weren't going to send it to me. So I think mostly though, I've been sad about how when people just say, "Oh, that's going to be a new normal," I'm like, so we're all accepting that that's the new normal. I don't like the new normal. I don't think I don't know, because I'm not living in a place where this stupid virus is horrible. I'm not living. I'm lucky. I know that because I know there's places where people are scared. I would be too if I lived in a city that had thousands of people sick. But where we live, there isn't. But go into Red Lobster, it looked like the plague was here, because it was horrible. And going into the mattress shop and just anything we did. Home Depot, they didn't even, they tell you which way you could go into Home Depot and out. It was, I don't accept it, Sandra. I really can't accept the fact that there's a new normal and that we're not allowed to, oh, we're all in this together. That's another one of those sayings that I really don't even like, because we're all in this differently. Each one of us has our own view of what's going on in their lives, right? Am I right there? We're not all the same. We're not all rich actresses on TV in mansions with pools and spas. Yeah, those people, they can handle it. I mean, some of us don't have that beautiful place to be. So I thought I'd come on this channel instead of my original channel, where I kind of try not to get too into, you know, talking about the virus. Hi, Debs. Yeah, I'm just kind of griping. I'm griping about how the new normal, quote unquote. Who wants to have a new normal? If this is how it's going to be, I like to hear the clinking of glasses when I'm at the restaurant and people laughing and enjoying the bar and music playing. There was nothing like that at Red Lobster. It was like a ghost town. It was horrible. Hi, honey. I think it's dangerous to call it the new normal too, honey. You're right. Yeah, I say that, but we're all in this together, Dee says, with different situations. That's true. We are all a part of the world. You might as well just say that. We're all a part of the world. We're all human. We all have our needs. We all have our um, vices. I mean, think about vices, you know? And some of us can just do whatever they want to do. They've got, it's hardship for some. Hi, Donna. I'm glad you guys are still subscribed to my second channel, RVDebs Journey #2, because I am planning on doing some stuff on this channel. And in this kind of live chat, If people don't want to talk about conspiracies or thoughts about the virus, then they shouldn't be here. Then you should leave right away. Dee, I- I'm hanging in there. I'm not doing that great. I'm not bad. I mean, I'm okay, but it's not the best of times for me. Hey, Pamela. And I think a lot of it has to do, with the lockdown and the stupid social distancing. I'm sick of hearing the words. I'm just I'm tired of it. I think we're all a little, come on, who wouldn't be? I mean, I can't even imagine. Like Dee, you've been to Vegas. You've seen how it is. You've been in San Francisco. That city's a beautiful city. I've been many, many times. Love San Francisco. But it's better when there's traffic and people enjoying each other and the bars are open and the restaurants are packed. So, yeah. I know you're trying to make the best of it. And I am too. I usually do not do live streams and give my opinions, but this is going to be where I can come to do that. And I'm just so tired of being home. I'm really tired of being home. And I wish I was in California. I really do. Because I could go and get some weed, I could smoke, and maybe that would make me feel a little happier. And if people don't like that, then don't come in my channel. That's how I feel. Because I've been graded. I've had people send me messages that, oh, you're talking about pot, like, yeah, that's right. I smoked pot when I was 15. I don't have any. Sorry, I don't have any. I wish I did. But I mean, I don't. So, I'm not a drinker. I can't drink good. Patricia, she's in Wales, by the way, Patricia. My daughter and her family live in a vastly populated area in England, and they are frightened. Unfortunately, they can't get over here to Wales, and we're in lockdown, so I'm worried about them. I'm doing my thing. Thanks, Sandra. That's so sad. See, that's the sad part. And I know that if you're in an area that is dangerous and very crowded, or if you're a first responder and you have grandparents or moms, you can't mix because. But I just wonder if the virus is as bad as they say it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't live in an area that it's that bad. Nice, D. Well, see, and I have a lot of anxiety. I think that's why I enjoy weed is it takes the anxiety away. And lately, there's nothing to take it away. And um, exactly, honey. I mean, I've had people try to control what I say or what I don't say or what my topic is. And I thought, RVDebs Journey number 2, this channel will be a channel that I do give my opinions and I hear other people's opinions. And I do artwork, and I'm going to try to figure out a way. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm not all depressed, but I sit here and look, this is what I'm doing. I am coloring an adult coloring book. Takes me hours. And it does help. It helps with anxiety. It's really good to be busy and do something like that for me. And I wish that I had more friends here in town. I live in a tiny town. It's a sweet town. People are very, very nice here. It's very family orientated and very Christian. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Honestly, I'm not putting it down. But it really isn't a town that I relate to. And I'm glad I have my family here. But that just fills something, part of it. But there's more. Thank you, Donna. Honey says that I'm the opposite to Patricia. I'm in England, and my son and his pregnant wife are stuck in Wales. It's frustrating, but at least we're all safe. It must be hard on you guys being in separate places like that. And my heart goes out to you guys because I don't really have that situation, really. Um, but I can relate that, being away, I mean, I've lost my family. So there's no way I'm going to be able to get them back no matter how long I wait. And so I sit here and try to stay on my freaking Weight Watcher plan. And it's not hard. It's not a hard, really, I'm all for it. But it's difficult right now. Terry says I used food, sugar, chips, etc. to help cope with things, honestly. It helps. It does help to okay. Here's what sugar does. It helps you immediately, you know, or sitting munching. But then later on, you're it gets me depressed later because I blew it so bad. So I just cannot live like that. I want to be healthy. And I've been eating fairly good. I mean, I keep a record of everything I eat on my phone. But sometimes I go off and it's like, I don't know. I've always had the same problem, food in me. I mean, what other comfort do I really have right now? There's not. I don't have any. There's no sex in my life. I have no guy in my life that would, that I can go visit. Even if I don't know. I don't even have girlfriends. I mean, I have Kathy, but she's married, and she's my best friend and would do anything for me. But sometimes it's nice to have a circle. In Florida, I did have more friends that I could go visit. And if I wanted to smoke some pot there, I had plenty of opportunities to keep myself with a stash. And is that so bad? Really? I mean, those of you that feel that it's bad, please, you don't have to watch me. It's okay. You know, everybody has their own shtick. Some people drink, some people are, whatever. Hi, Libra. It's fine. Donna said I made the peanut butter keto cake that Cece had on her channel, and it was so freaking bad. I had to put a lot of sweet stuff in it to eat it. Even the dog didn't like it. When I was on keto, I tried that keto muffins and stuff. No good. Not for me. No, I really don't like. I tried keto. I did over a year ago, and it's good if you want to eat chicken wings and fat on the chicken and skin, and if you want to eat pork rinds and crush it up and bread. I mean, it's okay. It's good. What happens is with keto, it becomes dirty keto, and you're not really clean. It's not good food for your heart. You can't tell me eating the fat of the steak or eating lots and lots of butter and cream cheese is good for the heart. I know this because it makes sense to me. So to me, it didn't work real good. I wasn't doing it good, but it doesn't matter if you're doing good on it. That's all that matters. I'm just saying it's hard, and it's hard on Weight Watchers. Yes, I can eat whatever I want, but my points will go boom if you eat like something fatty or sugary. And it's so many points, too many points, and I'm scared. I'm really scared to get off of it. I don't want to lose it. I love the fat on a steak, especially crispy. As a matter of fact, D, if I to be very honest about steak, and I haven't had steak in a long time, I would give the meat of the steak away if people wanted to give me the crispy fat and gristle. Is that disgusting or what? So, I mean, it takes all kinds. I mean, what kind of diet you're on is all individual. That's why we're all in this together doesn't really make sense because we're all in this together differently. We all have different needs. We all have I mean, I'm being honest. I'm a sugar addict, really, and I think to myself, well, you've been so good. I know, Dee. I heard you say that to Rosie. I'm in the background. I'm always in your live streams. I just don't always talk because I don't like typing. You love the grizzle too. See, you're my kind of people. Oh, Kathy, it's funny. I know I lived with Kathy for over 20 years, and she would not eat the fat. When she eats chicken wings, she leaves all the good stuff. We're different. We are. Sugar and bread. I mean, I bought a loaf of rye bread because rye bread's a good bread. But I think about it all the time. Like I had some cream cheese on rye bread when right before I went to bed one night this week. I was like, I gotta have something. You know, it's pretty pathetic, really, and I'm sad that I'm like that. Donna said I would do the same thing. Well, see, you guys are my kind of people. No, I'm really. I know. I mean, I don't. I really don't. It's the steak part. It's okay, unless it's really, really good steak. But I eat a lot of chicken in all different ways. Man, I eat shrimp, but when you live in Texas, seafood is this. There's no seafood here, really. It's all frozen. And do I want to be out of Texas? I do. I really do. I'd love to go travel. I have very close friends in Palm Springs. I would like to go to Palm Springs. The biggest problem I have about that, sugar-free candy, anything with aspartame, I don't want to eat it. That's just it's poison. Or if you're eating sugar-free candy, sometimes it's actually gonna make you have like the runs. I forget what stuff does that, but yeah. So, sometimes sugar-free, I can't even, I'm not drinking Diet Cokes anymore. Oh, I know that dopamine. I get the idea of Libra. I do get the idea of it. I mean, I've been around a long time, and yes, I've I've done a lot of studies on food. You want to hear something? I was at a food addiction treatment center for 31 days in hospital, Tampa. It was at Tampa General. There was a whole wing, and I had really good insurance with my parents. I was like 30, I think it was like 37. And I went in for 31 days, went to OA meetings. And if there wasn't an OA meeting, we went to an AA meeting because they're basically the same thing. And so I kind of know a lot about the programs, the Overeaters Anonymous and the Alcoholics Anonymous. I am not an alcoholic, but I relate to the program. Donna says, go down to the coast. I lived on an island right by Galveston for 11 years, ate seafood, and it wasn't too bad. Gulf Coast shrimp and oysters and fresh caught flounder. Yes. Well, when I lived in Alabama, they had fantastic seafood. Oh man, that's one thing about Alabama that I really liked was the seafood, the crawfish, the shrimp was big and juicy. And of course, it's breaded and fried usually. Did anyone ever see one of my old videos that I was in Alabama and they had those royal red shrimp? Royal red shrimp. It was so good. Anyway, did it help? Oh yeah. Okay, so during the 31-day treatment center, just like any addiction treatment center, and matter of fact, they put me in a room. I'll tell you about it. The first day I went in, and I went in because I wanted to lose weight and feel better. I've had this addiction all my life. My parents were chubby. My sister was. We ate. We loved to eat. I mean, that's just the way it was. Um, did it help? It did help for a while. And it's still in my mind, so it helps. Because when you go to a meeting every single day, I mean, they would bus us to meetings all over Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa. So during the 31 days, I lost 17 pounds because, they fed us and we had to measure 1 cup of rice. We were allowed, we had to level it off and stick it on there. Hi, Carlos. Welcome, sweetie. Yeah. So I went through 31 days treatment center, got out 17 pounds, and I was and I didn't have any sugar during this time. I mean, I was off sugar for a long time, 9 months. And I was at a job, and I remember this lady, it was Easter time, and she was eating a Cadbury egg. And I don't even really, I mean, that would not be my choice of candy, but I watched her eat this Cadbury egg, and I don't know what happened. Something clicked in my stupid brain and said, you got to have one. And I remember driving to a 7-Eleven, getting an egg, paying for it, sitting in my car, peeled the stuff and ate that sucker. It wasn't even that good, but I ate it. And that was the end of my diet. That was it. Once I had a little sugar in me, I guess it's like heroin or something. It didn't take, I mean, it took a while before I lost all of my abstinence, but it didn't take long. And I was back, eating sugar and starch and flour, because when you eat bread, it turns to sugar in your body. So even though I'm not eating a lot of sugar, the bread is basically turning into a sugar in your system. Same thing with alcohol. If you drink alcohol, it turns to sugar in your system. And yeah, we learned all about this in 31 days. That's addiction, exactly, honey. So I know a lot about it. I haven't shared this with anybody, not online. So today's a new day. But I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed at all. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done, actually. We're just human beings. We do things. We try things. We go places maybe that we shouldn't go. But I'm not ashamed of what I've done. And it did help me, because once you learn the truth, you can't turn it off. You know what I mean? You can be ignorant to something and never hear the truth about it, so you think it's okay. But once you really learn the truth, you can never go back. You can't unlearn the truth. So, yeah, at this point, I've been really, really very good. I mean, since January 6th, I hadn't really done any off stuff. But today, I did. Today, I had a peanut butter cup. See, because I had a piece of cake at the birthday party. And today I went to Dollar General. First time, I swear on my life, first time since January 6th, and I bought a peanut butter cup. Yep. Thank you, Chip. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Doreen says I was thin until I was in my 20s, then I started gaining weight. I think a lot of the problem of gaining weight was my nerves. I was a nervous eater, and I'm a nervous eater. I'm an emotional person, and I think it's what's gotten me so sad, because I've given up. I've given up no weed. There's not even a bar. If I wanted to go to get a margarita, this is the craziest little town ever for me. And can I just move? No. And can I get in my truck and go to Palm Springs? I have 2 dogs. I would never leave them. So I'm sort of stuck right now. Hi, Butterbeanhead. Welcome. This is kind of a new thing I'm going to do here. This is the Let My Hair Down channel. Tell whatever I want to tell. And people that don't like it should not come here. I'm going to talk about dieting, and I'm going to talk about pot, and I'm going to talk about sex and all the good stuff out there. I mean, really, why not? Why not be honest? We're all in this together, remember? But anyway, yeah, just the new normals really, really was awful. The new normal sucked. I won't go to Red Lobster. I don't think I'll go to Red Lobster ever again. Ever. And the only reason I went to Red Lobster was about a year ago. One of my lovely subscribers, who I don't even remember who it was exactly, it's been that long ago, had given me a Red Lobster $25 gift card. And when Kathy, Mark, and I went to Home Depot and we went here and there, I said, let's go to Red Lobster so I can spend it, and I did. And you know what? It wasn't worth it. It still cost me money. I had shrimp skewers. I had 2 shrimp skewers, little shrimps, string beans, and a salad. Okay, the string beans I gave to Kathy because they're vegan now. And she didn't have hardly anything to eat. Gave her my string beans. I ate my salad, And I tell you what, it was a green salad with fake Caesar salad dressing and a very little bit. It was almost couldn't even find the salad dressing. And a couple slivers, of course, of Parmesan cheese. They call that a salad. It was awful. And iced tea. Yeah, it's not a great, I mean, the biscuits. There's 6 points a biscuit. So I had a biscuit. But I mean, I wasn't really full. And it cost $28. Plus, I gave her a $2 bill for a tip. We all paid, and I paid for mine. That's how much it cost to go eat something that wasn't even satisfying. There were no people around to smile at and chat with. There was no bar. Nobody's at, you know, my husband and I used to go to Red Lobster because he liked Red Lobster. He was a very plain eater. And we would sit at the bar and drink a couple drinks and have something like they used to have it. They don't have it now. They called it like a lobster pizza. It was a small pizza with pieces of Lagostino. They don't have it anymore. Their menu was nothing. I cook much better at home too, honey. I'm a good cook. I'm just alone a lot, and it's starting to, there's nothing I can do to change it either. Back in the day, Red Lobster was much better when the bar was full and they had wonderful drinks and people were chattering in the background and you could hear the clinking of the ice in the glasses. That's what I like when I go out to dinner. If I wanted to go out to dinner and be segregated into a little corner somewhere, nobody else in the whole room, I'll stay home and eat in my little trailer here, really. Yeah, Red Lobsters just didn't. And, matter of fact, last year, not this year, not this birthday, so it's a year ago, Mary and Kathy and Mark took me to dinner at Red Lobster so I could have, my favorite is king crab. And it was the smallest king crab legs. They don't even have the right tools. Another time, I swore I didn't like it then. So that's Red Lobster. Screw Red Lobster. Kathy and her son went to Olive Garden, and she said it was the same thing. They had a very minimal menu, a piece of paper, a little piece of paper, instead of a nice book with the colors and the pictures to make you want to eat. Nothing was the same as it used to be. Oh yeah, for $28, I could have had shrimp forever for me and Kathy and Mark, and I could have cooked it good. It was pretty. It was pretty. It made me really aware of how things have changed. If that's the new normal, I'm not going out to eat for a while. I hope to God and I'm praying, Lord, please let this virus pass. I've never even heard of the Saltgrass Steakhouse, Donna. It was bad. So, I'm done with it. And San Francisco, Dee, you were there yesterday, right? What a great city. And to go down to Fisherman's Wharf and they're throwing fish and it's lively. Seattle, fantastic people's market. It's not like that anymore. I can't even imagine a world without people enjoying each other. You can't keep us down long. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not taking any vaccines. I am going to be careful. I have a mask. I will wear it if I have to. If I don't have to, I'm not wearing it because I'm not sick. Wear it for everybody else. Why? I know. I'm being a bitch. I am. I'm in one of those moods, And I just really wish I felt happy. Wow, really, honey? Yeah, the restaurants are open. We only have a couple in this town. So they're small and they took out 3/4 of the tables. The only thing good, I went to the Mexican restaurant a couple weeks ago and sat with the owner, so I got to talk to someone. Donna says need to go to bigger towns for saltgrass. Usually find them in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, but don't bother eating their crappy, just like Red Lobster. And Olive Garden. Butterbeanhead says, yes, I am tired of acting like people have leprosy and them acting like I smell. That's how I was feeling. Even at Home Depot, people keeping their distance. Nobody was enjoying themselves. What happened to that? You have to wear a mask if it's necessary. If you're in a big city or you're going someplace. I went to Walmart and I wore a mask the whole time I was in there, but Home Depot, nobody had a, well, Mark and Kathy wore a mask. Few people were wearing, men don't like to wear masks. I noticed men don't wear masks, especially men. So I'm going to say that I'm just tired of the whole virus. And I know it's not over. A lot of places are still struggling. And I'm so sorry that, that's happening. Don't get me wrong. I really have respect for people and sadness for people that are, living with family RNs and stuff that have to, I know what's going on. It's sad. That's why I've been sad. Doreen said about 4 years ago, I took my husband Red Lobster. I told my husband Red Lobster isn't the way they used to be. He was very disappointed after we had eaten. Yeah. Donna says, makes me feel like somebody must be sick and dying, can't be around them, dining in a funeral home. Right. Exactly. That is exactly the way it was. And I didn't video. I don't know why I didn't video in Red Lobster. It was just such a downer. I should have, but it would have just showed you, I'm telling you, it was horrible. I felt really bad for our waitress because she said, I said, I ordered lobster bisque and it had no lobster in it. It was just a orange, creamy, you know. It, Hi, Abby May. I decided to do this in this channel because this is kind of a channel for me to talk about the subjects that people don't want to talk about. Those people can stay with me on my original channel. Yes, Butterbean Head. I used to go with my husband to Red Lobster and we would have those giant margaritas with a little thing hanging on the side that you could pour into your, I like that. I like to have people enjoying themselves. That's why we go out, isn't it? Really. I used to play guitar and sing at a French restaurant, for mood. Because I used to be able to sing really cool stuff, that kind of mood. And it was so nice. And candles were burning on the table and people were clinking their drinks and laughing. And man, Honey says it right. She says the virus is scary, but the fear of the virus is even scarier. Yes. And sadly, we are allowing our government or our state governments to run our lives now. I saw a video on Facebook. I don't remember I wish I would have taken the lady's name down. Sometimes I think afterward, she got freaked out. She was doing a live stream, like an immediate live stream. She saw these two workers in Massachusetts on a main drive, on the main road, and they were spray painting big orange arrows. One side of the street to go this way, the other side you could go this way, telling us which side of the street to walk on. Can you get a virus from walking on the street? I don't think so. Hi, Elaine. I don't have Costco anymore. The only thing we have here is Sam's Club, but they have lobster bisque at Sam's Club if I want to try it. Right, Libra, sheep. Well, she was freaking out. She was going, what are you doing? And they're just doing their job. And she said, I know you're just doing your job, but it's tyranny. It's communism. Why are they trying to control the way we walk? What are you going to do if I walk the opposite way? It's weird. Isn't it weird? Donna says, I don't think restaurants are stocking nearly as much food as they usually do because they're not able to buy like they usually do. And if they can't serve people inside, then they can't afford the food. Yeah, I understand, and I understand that. That's right. They limit their menus so that they don't lose more money because it's so dead in these restaurants. It's a sad, sad time. Honey says they said we are removing your rights, and we said yes, please. Well, I can tell you one thing, and it's nothing to do with politics. Absolutely nothing. But they're not going to be telling me what I'm going to do, and they're not going to give me a vaccine. And I'll walk on either side of the street. Now, in Walmart, they have arrows so that one lane's up and then the next lane's down. Okay, I try to follow it. I do. I mean, I'm not one of those people that out of my way to go the other way. But geez, it's just gotten to me, I guess. So I'm kind of bitching today, but I'm really sad because if that's the new normal, then wow, how are people supposed to meet each other? Really, how am I supposed to meet anybody in my life if I can't just go enjoy company? Are we supposed to just be alone if we're alone? That's it. We're alone now. That's really sad. That is. So, happy Memorial Day. It's actually Memorial Day is a sad day. It's a day that we give thanks for the people that have died for our right to be free. The people that gave their lives in the wars so that we can walk on whatever side of the street we want. And that's true too. Butterbeanhead, she said it right. If we stay away from being bothered by other people, oh, wait, sorry. She said if we stay away from people too long, we lose our natural immunities. That's true. You can't just block yourself into a room. And I mean, you got to be exposed to stuff. Vivian, hi, Vivian. She said, I go out. I don't like being bothered by other people. I'm going to get away from people. And that's your right. Get away from people. I personally love people and I want to see people enjoying themselves especially if I go to a restaurant. Honey says it's a free for all in the shops here. Nobody is bothering with distancing or masks, but we are still expected to queue for hours to get in. It is ludicrous. A lot of this is crazy. Now, I do know that there are other areas in our country, in every country, that's really been infected, that really had a heavy dose of people sick. And that is scary. And I can understand that we need to be protected and be careful. But in a place like where I live, what? What are we hiding from? You know? I hope that you're wrong, Libra. She says they are preparing us for full-blown socialism. If a person doesn't understand this now, they will when they see that we will need an appointment to go to a grocery store. See, that's just sad. I can't even think like that. And I know California's changed. I'm sure if I went, I'd be sad there too. I don't even know really what can you do to make yourself happy. Coloring books, watch movies, play with my dogs. Rosie's hiding underneath the sheet that I have on my couch. Yeah, so it's kind of scary. Like, and another thing too is, and we can talk about it on this channel. I'm going to talk about whatever the heck I want. Let's talk about friendship. Okay. Friends. I have some good friends in my life. I do. Thank God. I mean, really. But they're all far away besides Kathy. And of course, her family is my friends too. But I have friends that I grew up with in California and friends that I've known 40 years in Florida. I just, a friend can use a friend. You can use me. Just don't misuse me. That's the difference. And I have a friend in particular that I'm thinking about. who was helping me out and now is not, because they felt they were being used, I guess. But that was not true. It was because I needed to use the person for something that I needed, and because they provided. Didn't mean that I wasn't a friend if they didn't provide. I was still their friend. I don't know if you understand that. Oh man, Libra says the socialist countries, the grocery stores are state run. You can't just drop by and pick a few things up. California is the forefront of socialism. I don't know about that. I've got some friends that like freedom. Hi, Darby. Darby, okay. I've told, this is what I talked about this channel. This is my this is not my original channel. This is my RVDebs Journey, the second channel. I think we have difference of opinions in some things. I really love you, Darby. But seat belts, speed limits, food safety measures, requirements to have driver's licenses, all now infringements on constitutional rights. What's the big deal wearing a mask and being safe? I don't think wearing a mask is being safe, okay? But that's my opinion, and I'm allowed my opinion. I am certainly aware that it's important that we don't spread the virus. I get what you're saying, but you don't want to take freedom away from people. California, I might not love it. Is that what you mean, Lily? Like I did before? I don't know. I just felt so sad to go to Home Depot and watch everybody doing their own thing, but staying far away from each other and not smiling and not. It's like you have the plague. Going to a restaurant, being put in a room, three of us by ourselves. That was horrible. Darby, did you think that was okay? That when you go to Red Lobster, that there's no music, there's a paper menu. Um, the waitress had a mask, but it was around her neck. Um, Food was crappy. No people in the same room that we're in. Paid $28 to sit and eat like that. No bar, no fun, no laughter, no clinking of glass, no people being people. Everybody's staying away, stay away, stay away. You know, there's been more viruses in our lives than this one virus. People give each other colds and viruses all the time. It's always been that way. This is the first time it's ever been this ridiculous. Now, some places need it more. I do understand. Manhattan got hit big time, and so did certain cities that that need to be very careful, and I was all for it, and we did that the last few months. We've all stayed away from everybody, but we're in a place that it does not have virus here. We have no virus in my town, and in Abilene there's 150,000 people and only 12 people are hospitalized. Are we supposed to live our life like that? Now, if you live in a city where people are really, they have it and it's big numbers, of course you have to heed the message and stay clear for a while and stay home. We did the stay home thing. There's no reason to stay home where I live. There really isn't. And keeping our distance, socially distancing ourselves from everything. Why? These restaurants won't make it. You're right, Lily, if this continues. And Lily said, but it should be each individual's choice to stay home or not. Well, we just don't have the spread of that, horrible virus. We don't have it here. The people that got it were either nursing homes, people that traveled and went home. Doreen says restaurants near me, dining rooms are closed, but one restaurant took some of their tables and chairs outside so they can serve customers. Libra says, Lily, you're right. I used to live there in the 80s. My son and most important person in the world to me moved there in 2017. I have other friends and family there in constant communication. Yeah, I'm in communication with friends too from California. I am. And Florida. And I understand we have to each individual take it upon ourselves to feel what's right for us. That's all I can say, you know? I don't want to I don't want to I don't want to make enemies because I feel a certain way. I just don't want to be controlled. I don't want to be controlled. Honey says I don't actually want everyone else's lives ruined as they are protecting mine. Thanks, but no thanks. Well, I just feel like if you're healthy, you shouldn't be out if you're sick. Richard says the economy is going to continue to get worse if it stays like this. Lily, the only reason I don't get in my truck and go somewhere like that is I have 2 dogs to bring along, and I hate to impose on people with 2 dogs. They're really good girls, but it's still some people just really don't feel comfortable with dogs in their house. Hi, Marilyn. Happy Memorial. It's really not a happy Memorial Day, but happy Memorial Day. I'm just sad. I cried. I mean, literally teared up all day long the other day, just thinking about what the new normal is. Darby, there are several freedoms being taken away. Maybe not where you live. I'm not trying to tell you what to think or feel. Honestly, I'm not. But when they start to draw big orange arrows on the street so that it tells you only you can go on this side of the street to walk this direction, and arrows pointing that way, that takes away our freedom. That's happening in Massachusetts. I saw a lady doing live stream watching these 2 guys that working for the city spray painting these giant sized arrows, telling people that they can only walk on one side of the street and they have to walk the other side of the street back. Now, I'm going to ask you, Darby, do you think that that's good? It's not political. I'm not being political because I really am not a political person. I'm not. I just know that I don't want my freedom to, I don't want you to tell me what side of the street to walk on. That's all. Is that terrible? Am I terrible for thinking that way? Because that's very controlling. And I don't know if it came from Republican or Democrat. I could care less. I don't know that. I'm not that, like I said, I'm not trying to make, I don't want this to be political because that's like, we're each to our own, really. Why should we hate each other because we think differently? It was Massachusetts. It was Massachusetts, and it was a major street, a big street. I think it's depressing too, Doreen. And I know, Darby, you say we are all trying to figure it out. Businesses, people. Yes, we're all trying to figure it out. And that is true. I agree with you. We are. Butterbean had said, I don't want to have to cross a busy street to go to the store down the street. Well, that's how it was in Massachusetts. I don't know how many other places, but honestly, Massachusetts, Main Street, a beautiful street, like wide, big street with arrows. And they were ugly arrows, bright orange arrows. And if that's a sample, I don't know if that means Democrat or Republic. Believe me, I don't know where it comes from. I'm not really trying to say that it has nothing. I don't know what it's from. I think both sides suck. Really? Libra says, it's okay, babe. There will be people that resist the obvious, and instead of looking what is being done to us, they will turn against each other. Well, that's sad. That saddens me. Why can't we all just agree that we all need our freedom? This is what our country was based on. Freedom of choice. I don't know. I don't know what it's like right now in Florida because I haven't been there in a long time. I kind of miss it. I do. I miss the beauty. I miss the beauty of the world. You say it's for our safety while this thing is going on. But we don't have it going on here. It's not going on here. It may be going on in Los Angeles, and it may be going on in Detroit, and it may be very difficult in different spots all over the world, and they do need to take precautions. I agree. And I was very happy to stay home. For a long time, we stayed home. But, and we're still staying home. Donna, thanks for coming in, sweetie. And I hope you guys are appreciative that I'm just speaking my mind and trying to make this just a very open discussion. Anything goes. Yes, exactly, Linda. She said it's a safety thing in Massachusetts. It's really bad here. Bad enough to make people walk one way. I don't think you can catch. Thank you, Marilyn. I don't think you can catch the virus walking down the street. Really. And there was not crowds of people. It's just a beautiful street with big houses. I think she said something like the governor lives on this street in Massachusetts. I forget what town it was. I'm not so good at taking notes. You wish that you could make me understand what? I understand very much. I really do, Marilyn. I'm not stupid. The thing is so small. What about other viruses and flus? Aren't they small too? I mean, I don't think it's a virus, and that's a bad one. And I feel terrible for the cities that got hit so bad. I don't know what happened. Well, I've been hanging out here for weeks and weeks and weeks. So is my family, and nobody's come down with it. And we now are together. Thank goodness. I just don't want to feel like I live in some sort of prison. And I don't want to go enjoy my dinner and not really enjoy a dinner because you can't hear anybody enjoying themselves. What happened to people smiling and laughing and meeting new people? It's nothing like we're seeing sense of Black Death. This is a small part of time. Richard said hopefully they'll get a vaccine pretty soon. Well, I'm not taking a vaccine, but that's my opinion. People had to stay in their houses for 100 years. Oh, come on. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I'm at a loss. And on top of it, I'm trying to lose some stupid weight, and it's hard. That Libra said, taking personal responsibility for yourself equals taking immune system protection. Then you won't catch anything. I agree with that, Libra. Tribe, how you doing, Tribe? Only the IQ challenge will gladly accept a vaccine. And see, Linda said, I'll be the first in line for a vaccine. Thing about the vaccine, first of all, I just saw a show on it. Matter of fact, I think it was last night, talking about, most vaccines take years actually to really work. They're rushing this one, baby. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. And I'm not sick and I'm not near anybody. And I pray that everybody stays healthy. I do. But I take elderberry and I take D3 and vitamin C and I take turmeric. And I'm trying to keep myself as immune strong as I can. Well, it's actually, tribe, it's all over the world. This is like something that's like all over the world. And pharmaceutical companies, they're just trying to get real rich. Well, Marilyn, you are a physician and you probably know a lot more than a lot of people do. But listen, a lot of doctors out there have no clue. Okay? Just because you're a physician doesn't mean that you are a scientist and know exactly what's going on. You might have more knowledge than me. You probably do. I'm not saying that you don't. But you don't know the answer. Obviously, nobody knows how to control this thing. Really. It's not, and you have to go out in the world. You need sunshine. We need people. We need laughter. We need to be who we are. Well, I'm not taking the vaccine and I'm not going to be on a ventilator. Okay, let me talk to you for a second. Love and Life says, "Wow, what about a little compassion for those that are immune compromised or sick? Where I live, there is no coronavirus either, but love and compassion for others is important." I have love and compassion for people. Is that what you're saying I don't have? Oh my gosh. Okay. Keith, hi Keith. Deb, we had the Hong Kong virus in 68 and 1969 that killed over 100,000 people in America. And instead of shutting down the country, they held Woodstock. Okay. I know you want everyone to be safe, Marilyn, and I'm safe. I'm in a place where there's not one case of virus. Right, Julie, I don't have to take the virus, and I'm not a vaccine, I mean. And people that do have immune system problems, listen, I'm older, I don't have an immune system, thank God. But if I knew that somebody was that way, I totally respect it, but they shouldn't really maybe they shouldn't be going out in crowds. Not yet. Lily says, so for the compromised, the whole country needs to stay home. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Love and Life says, my cousin is a nurse at Ronald Reagan Medical Center in LA, and she said that this is so scary and real. People need to take it serious. I think people have taken it seriously. Julie said, I can't control what others do. I can only control what I do. Exactly. And this is an example of why the population are sheeple. I mean, it just takes all kinds of people. I'm not trying to start. See, I knew that if I'd come in here and just speak my mind, some people would get bent out of shape about it. I don't mean to do that. And I really do respect those that are not that are compromised. I'm not going anywhere where there's crowds anyway. And I do wear a mask at Walmart. But there's a lot of people that's not wearing masks. So, you know, Lily says the virus isn't going away, so we're going to continue this for 2 years. I hope not. Marilyn says this second wave is going to be a real test of what is to happen in the future. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't want to live in fear. And if I had a compromised system, then I would definitely have my friends help me by bringing me food until this passes. But my town has no zero, zero, zero. Okay. Now, if this happened where it came to our town and all of a sudden there were 10 people sick, that might be a different story here. But right now, there isn't. Julie said, my dad is 75. We're staying home. End of story. We have everything we need. We can stay inside for 2 years if we have to. What others do is their business. Well, I agree with that. I agree with being prepared and doing what you feel is good for you. And really, this conversation really was about just the new normal being horrible. You know, that you really can't enjoy yourself going out in the evening. And there's no way for me to meet up with people and enjoy my life. And I only have one freaking life. I'm not getting any younger. You know? Am I supposed to stay home? Are you supposed to stay home? Do what you want. Stay home. Forget the diet. I can't forget the diet, Patricia, because I want to be healthy. I can breathe better. Now that I've lost 28 pounds, I do. I breathe better. I can walk a little better, not much better, but I can walk further. I want to lose. And I want to do it because I enjoy myself. I feel better. But it's very difficult because there really is nothing other than food as far as, anxiety attacks. Lily says most people that catch it will recover without any issues. It is the elderly and the nursing homes. Oh my God, it's not rocket science. You can go to a restaurant if you want to like sit like you have cooties. You're put by yourself and then nobody else is in the restaurant room that you're in. You know, there's just no fun about it. So yeah, there's some. I mean, at least the Red Lobster that I went into sucked. For years now, and I see you getting informed. I think the turning point was that letter and movie link about our food. Oh yeah, yes. And I have learned that I am going to take care of my own self. You guys, by wearing a mask, you're not really protecting me. I have to take care of me. I need to make sure I have certain vitamins and sunlight and there is immune boosters instead of sitting home with no sunshine. I can't even imagine staying home for 2 years. God bless you if you can do it. Well, I went to Red Lobster with my husband and we used to sit in the bar and have a lobster pizza and we'd have a couple of drinks and laugh and enjoy each other's company and smile around because people were having fun. That's what I like about going out. Thank you, Sandra. I feel like, I just had to get on here today and I'm on my other channel so that I didn't want anyone in here that would be offended by the talk today. Um, I really love you guys. And don't think for a minute that I don't appreciate each and every one who has subscribed to my channel and kept me going because you are the friends that I'm lacking. I'm lacking in my real life right now. I have nowhere to go and visit anyone. Even without the I'm not even talking virus. I just there's nobody for me. And I'm stuck here. I'm not rich. I can't just go. I wish I could. That's my problem. That's what I've dealt with. Thank you, Julie. Whatever the man was that sent you that letter, he opened truth to you. Oh, I remember that, Libra. That was a real amazing thing. I don't even know where he came from. That's a long time ago. Love and Life says, I don't go to the restaurant to socialize. I go to enjoy who I'm with. I would rather not be around other people. And that is your choice, Love and Life. You picked a name, Love and Life. Part of love and life is sharing with people. Love and life. But if you don't want to go out, that's okay. I'm not saying that you're bad. I'm saying you're doing you and I'm doing me. We have different needs. I go to a restaurant to be with the people I'm with, but it's got to be um, I can cook home. I don't need to go to a restaurant unless I'm going to enjoy my company I'm with and the surroundings and the atmosphere. That's all. I mean, why bother going to a restaurant and being stuck by yourself? Yeah, engaging with people. That's what you do. And I'm a single person now. My husband died 6 years ago in May. It was 6 years, and it's a long time to be without a special person in your life. You know, and I'm really not an extrovert. I would say I'm in the middle. I love to enjoy company. I like to laugh and have fun. I like to see people enjoying themselves. I just it was really difficult. I just really, really, really hated everywhere I went was horrible. And especially the restaurant. That was just one part of my day. It made me cry. It could make me cry right now to think that that's the normal, that we don't have each other anymore, that you can't hug anybody anymore. Here, here's an elbow for you, if you even are allowed to get that close. Our president's not wearing a mask. Why? Is he too good for it? I don't get it. I don't get half of the shit that's going down right now. And mostly, I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to get by. That's all. It's not really being an introvert or an extrovert, really. It's just being human. You know, humans need each other. And I do understand to be safe and go by the flow and not try to be. I'm not a what do you call it? I'm not a shit disturber. I'm not a fighter. I'm just I'm just stating what's in my heart right now. It's a I'm just being very frank and honest. I'm not smart enough to know exactly what to do. I just go by my own feelings. That's all I do. And boy, do respect the people that are in the hospitals working. I do. I give them lots of love in my heart for them because they're doing what I can't do. Okay, I just basically wanted to share some of the emotions because the Weight Watchers has been difficult. You know, nothing stopping you from getting in that truck and going somewhere. Not a Walmart, not a chain restaurant. Oh, really? Well, where should I go? Luckily, after a few months, we all were not sick and none of us were in big cities, and we decided we would all be able to be together. But even my family, everyone's coupled off and there's children. It's a different, I'm not talking about that kind of a communication. Linda said, said to my granddaughter on the phone, I wish I could give you a hug. And she said, no, Nana, you can't. I am from Massachusetts. It's dangerous. That's so sad. Hi, Marie. Hi, Deb. It's sad. And of course, people that are in big cities with lots of virus don't want to mix. You can't. Of course, you can't. But I'm not. That's not my position right now. Darby says you've been living there, isolated there for 4 years now. Not the virus's fault. No, I have not. I went to San Antonio. I met up with people. I saw Celtic Thunder. I went to a house concert. I went to Kansas City during these last few years, drove myself to Kansas City, stayed in Airbnbs, went to concerts. I don't think that's called isolating myself. I just live in a small town and I'm very grateful to be here. Love and life. You can't have it both ways. Respect for our workers fighting so hard, but mad about everything shut down. It's sad, but it's reality. Well, I'm not mad that everything shut down. I just, the new normal when I did go was not fun. And that's the way I feel. It doesn't matter what I feel. Anyway, I'm only one person. I go a lot of places, but since I've moved here, you're right, Darby. I'm not living in a big city. I have to plan things out and go when I can, and I do. But right now is not such a great time to go traveling around. Honey, it's a sweet town. I love this area. It's beautiful here. It took me. I'm used to it. It used to be a long drive to Walmart, and now it's not so bad. But I do want to be able to travel, and there's a lot of things I want to do, and that right now I'm not able to do. Yes, Julie, I feel like I am grieving. I'm grieving. It's a grieving for my husband's, the loss of my mom and dad, my sister and my husband. I grieve for them. But I'm also grieving for just so much. It's just been sad. That's a terrible sadness, Mary. Sad thing about people dying without their families. That's very sad. Lily, when it's 100 degrees out, I'm not walking anywhere. I'm almost 70 years old. I do walk around. It's not like I just sit, but I can't. It's very easy for somebody to say, go take a walk. And I wish that I felt a little bit more lively. I've just lost so much in my life. I don't want to lose my freedom. Right, Doreen, it is. I'm grieving for a lot. And, if people get mad at me for this, that's okay. Because really, true friends accept each other and let each other think differently. I don't think exactly like Kathy, and we love each other. We accept each other. She doesn't try to change me, and I'm not trying to change her either. Yes, honey, I'm going to be 70 in 6 months. Thank you, Deb. I love you too. I wish that I could, afford to just go buy myself a camper van and get in it and go visit some friends, go to follow the gang. I have so many good friends that have YouTube channels that I would love to meet up with. I'm healthy. I can meet you. If you're not healthy, then you shouldn't go anywhere. Thank you, Marie. It's just I'm just venting. I'm just venting, you guys. Please don't hold it against me if I don't think like you do. I accept that you think the way you think. Me too, Libra. I'm not going to no hospital, God willing. Honey says, to me, there would be no point of talking to people if they all had the same opinions as you. You might as well talk to yourself. I do a lot of that. I want to get in my truck and go somewhere, but I really don't know where to go. I don't want to cause anyone uncomfort. We all have different opinions, and it's okay to share opinions. Really, it is. Patricia says the whole virus is making people frustrated. Without Mark, life is a struggle for you. I've been down that road, Deb. You're doing great. Obviously, I'm not doing that great. You got that right, Abby May. That would help. That would really help. I don't want to make enemies just because I'm being honest about what I feel. Elaine says, I totally get you, Deb. I think this shutdown mess is more taxing on our mental stability than we think. Loss of freedom to come and go is a death. You hang in there, keep venting. It's healthy. Everyone, I hope so, Nana. She says that there'll be hugs again. I want people to be able to visit me and hang out. We don't have to be kissing each other. I'm not saying that, but we just have to be able to have our freedoms. This is what our country's built on. And yes, we're all trying not to get each other sick. Of course, it scared the hell out of me the first few months. We stayed home. Kathy's mom, Mary, she's 90. We wouldn't let her go anywhere. But now she's going. She wants to go. She's 90 and she wants to go to Walmart. And we let her go. I hope so, Keith. I really do hope it gets better. People are losing their businesses and stuff, and some people are doing better than ever. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, I'm just letting it out, because I have friends on here that feel a certain way, and maybe we feel differently about stuff, but we're all just people. We all have needs. Some people are like don't need anyone in their life. They're happy on their own. They live in a beautiful home. They don't need anybody. I need some people around. I enjoy people. I do. I enjoy listening to other people's points of view. What freedoms have you lost? It's not that I've lost freedoms because I'm living in a place that I'm pretty free. It's when you hear about people telling you what side of the street to walk on, or that you have to wear a mask because you're protecting those other people, and then nobody's smiling at each other. No one. It's just a freedom of being happy. That's the freedom. Just being happy. Like, Donna, I don't know why I've been so tearful lately. I guess looking at the new normal when I went out really struck a nerve. I don't know what it's like to be in LA, and I don't know what it's like to be in the Tampa Bay area now. And I really don't know what it's like to be in England or anywhere. I just know what it's like to be here. I'm not, and I'm trying not to minimize the seriousness of the virus. I'm really not. And I don't watch a lot of news anymore. Once in a while, yesterday I was watching, they were talking about a vaccine being made, and the race is on. What country's going to come up with it first? Is it China? And then we got to buy it from China? All that crap. It's all about money when it comes right down to it. But I have a lot of losses in my life. And so just this month has been the worst friggin' month of my life. When it comes right down to it, May sucks. My husband died the day before he died. I know he knew to die the day before that because the next day was our anniversary. And then a week later was his birthday. And then my mom died in May on the 29th. So for me, this is a tough month, you know. I was gonna go to Florida, you know, I was gonna go and enjoy Florida, and I'm afraid to get on an airplane because airplane people breathe the same air. It's scaring me, so that's part of it. That's okay, love and life. It's not you. I know it just depends on really where you live and how serious it is around where you live. I know that. And it's sad that mainstream news isn't telling us the truth anymore. That's another thing we've lost. We don't even know who to listen to. Thank you, honey. That's right. Love and life. I don't think anyone is minimizing the virus, but let's not minimize the impact the restrictions are having. That this is dangerous too. Deb in Vegas says, well, the last I looked, we're all still human and we all have emotions. Amen. Getting on a plane, scary. Go to Santa Fe. Well, where am I going to stay in Santa Fe? I don't know anybody in Santa Fe. So it's not like what am I going to do? I don't have the kind of money to go have. And plus, I don't even think some of the bed Airbnbs aren't even renting. I'd love to go to Santa Fe. You want to go with me? I'm so sorry about your brother, Deb. That's awful. So sorry. Rarely fly, Libra says. My son does. All over California in a client in Hawaii. Right. Well, I'm pretty. I think I'm a pretty normal person. Yeah, but love and life, you're saying that you're willing to stay home for 2 years. That to me is just crazy that you're willing to stay home for 2 years because of a fear of possibly getting sick. I don't think I could do that. And as it is, I'm pretty much on my own here anyway. I don't really have a lot of money to do a lot either. Unfortunately, and that's my own fault. I should have saved money when I was younger, you know? Pack up your head to the desert and crank out some gorgeous art. I got what you mean, Darby. Lately, I've been doing my own little thing. And I actually am going to, I've got some I'm going to frame and I'm going to give some away. Isn't that pretty? I'm not done with it. But I do stay busy. I mean, I keep myself busy. I made a new necklace. I'll show you what I made yesterday. And it's not that I'm not doing anything. Look at that pretty necklace. Oops. All the ocean colors. Just really, I liked it a lot. So it's not like I'm not doing stuff. I just crave a little bit of fun, you know, just a little bit of fun. Thank you guys. And Honey says, I don't know about America, but in the UK, it is very much the low paid workers who are suffering most. Oh, yes, Marie, I just put that on Etsy yesterday. Yes, low pay the people are suffering that don't have much because it's easy for some of the wealthy, or watch The View or you watch even American Idol. People are at home in their beautiful homes, and they've got themselves a little mansion to live in, and they look happy. But there's a lot of people that are suffering that live in apartments that don't have even a balcony. I feel for those people. Thank you, honey. Yeah, it's really got, and I had just got someone sent me a really cool beads. These, I don't know if you can see them. They're they're they've got like sparkly gold. Aren't they pretty? I really use really pretty stuff. I mean, I don't use any crap. So it's not like I don't throw them together. Honestly, don't. I take my time. You're right. Happiness comes from within. You're right. Love and Life said I'm a very high risk. If I get this virus, I'll die. I know what it feels like to not be able to breathe. It's horrible. And yes, I will stay home 2 years if I have to. Donna, hi Donna. I live in Massachusetts and it stinks. I live in elderly building because that's what I can afford, and I can't even leave my apartment and still be in my building without wearing a mask. It's mandatory. It's hard. I'm not saying that I don't have freedoms. I'm really not saying that. It's not what I'm trying to say today. Celebrities are paid to be influencers. I don't follow any of that. Honey, it looks like a little glitter ball. It's pretty. A lady sent me a package of Diane, a package of beautiful, just beads and things and crystals, and I use them. Donna said I just got engaged, but he's in Canada, a Canadian. We can't be together at all. Wow, what a bummer that is. Plus, he is a funeral director, but it's not as bad up there. He does video conferences, then buries the victim and services later. That's awful. Well, congratulations on having someone that you're engaged to. That's really awesome, and I hope you guys can be together soon. I love love, and it's a good feeling when you find a person to love. And I miss that. I miss that person that you can just hang out with and just a touch on the shoulder. I've been having nightmares also. RV Fat Cat, I think that you're trying to express that you can't move and engage as freely. Well, you can't really engage as freely as we used to. Kids have to wear bulletproof backpacks to school, infringing on their freedom. What kids do that? I don't know any kids that have bulletproof backpacks. Oh, that's nice. Donna, I can't wait for you to tell me you're together with him. Yes, Deb in Vegas says, let's think of our soldiers this day that lost their lives. Let's pray. Linda. Hi, Linda. Yes, Lord. My husband was a Vietnam vet. Today's not a real, when people say Happy Memorial Day, it's like, really? I wish my husband was alive. I wish that we all were, doing exactly what we want. And, I wish that I had enough. If I had a lot of money, I'd share it. And that's probably why I never had a lot of money, because I never kept it. I can't even get a shed. They're too expensive. It's the way it is. Libra, my son has a beautiful girlfriend he met a year before all of this, and she lives in Mexico City. I was supposed to meet her in April because they were attending a wedding. It got canceled. That's sad. There's a lot of stuff that people are going through emotionally. I mean, not just me. Oh my God, everybody has a different. That's why when you say we're all in this together, we are, but we're all in this together differently. We all have different needs that aren't getting met or canceled proms or graduations. There's a lot of different things going on with different people for different people. What a bummer. You had to turn around at the border. God bless all of us. Yeah, because I don't want to live in a place where I have to stay home to stay alive. I just don't. And I'm fortunate that I don't really have, other than my age, I really don't feel like I'm, you know, if I even got the virus, I think I'd make it. Personally, I really do. We're all going to die eventually. Right, Lily? Pretty sure she says the movie stars have someone come and do their home for haircuts, and we're not all in this together. We're all in this differently. We're in this. We are in something. This is something, and it's something that we all can take what we can. We can do what we can do. Not everybody's the same. It's just not that way. And I'm just hoping for the future to be better for us. Rosie's under the covers on the couch, and Lily's in her little doggy bed on the floor in there. And one thing good happened this week. Let's say we went to Home Depot and bought a utility sink, and Mark hooked it up, and it's got a sprayer, and I'm going to actually be able to wash my dogs standing up, comfortable. So they'll get more baths. My kitchen sink in my RV is so small. Poor little Rosie, she sort of sits over the hump in the middle, and I want to soak her. I want her to be, to really have a bath. I'd like a real bath personally. We don't have a bath. Oh, you know. No, come on. We all have our happiness, and we all have our heartaches. We all have emotions, and this has been a very emotional time for me and for most people. I'm not afraid. Like when it first started, of course, we were all freaked out. But as the time has gone by, I don't have a fear of getting the virus. I have a fear that things will never be fun again, that things won't ever be relaxed enough to meet a friend and give them a hug. Casinos. Well, Linda, that she says I feel like you do, but it's bad. I will stay home till it's safe. Don't care to go if they do open casinos. Yeah, well, casinos, that's another story. Poor Vegas. I mean, I can't even imagine. In Disney World, holy cow, can you imagine? I mean, all of my life, I there's always been casinos open. Disneyland and Disney World were always booming. This is a very, very, very difficult time for people. And I don't want to make enemies. I hope y'all still care about me, even if I think opposite of you. And maybe we have a lot more in common than you even think. You know, just trying to let it out today. You know, I'm trying so hard to stay with my Weight Watcher plan, and it's very difficult. I eat alone 90% of the time. And food is comforting, and I just can't let it be so comfortable that I take back the weight that I've lost, because I worked so hard to lose 28 pounds. That's true, Donna. She says we are older, so we are handling it better. You can't, yes, you can't read expressions with masks, so people seem stern. People seem miles away. Well, really. Like, like y'all have cooties, don't come near my table. I'm just not afraid of that part. I'm afraid of losing good times. How much time do I have left? Do I have 10 years left? If I'm lucky? Maybe 20 if I'm really lucky and live like Kathy's mom's 90. I don't know, but I don't want to waste years. I want to do something. I really want to camp a van that I can camp in the winter, so or autumn. And I can't afford payments. I try to keep my overhead low because it is low, but I can't make more bills. You know what I mean? I want to live because that's anxiety there and stress. Thank you, Linda. Oh, I've worked so hard to stay with it. Believe me, it's so easy to go to Dairy Queen and have a big old freaking hot fudge sundae with extra fudge. But I can't because once I start letting myself, it's a disease. It is. Overeating is an addiction, and you know you can't have a little because a little leads to more. It's hard. That was what I was going to talk about today. Was just staying with Weight Watchers. It's a good plan. I mean, you're definitely seeing what you eat and your points go by. I mean, I even put the cake. I had a piece of birthday cake and I put my points in for it, but it was a real small piece, like that big. But it's still, it got me going. I keep thinking about the cake. I'd like to go see. Should go over to Nadia and Nathan and say, "Can I have a piece of the cake?" That's the old Debbie would do that, but this Debbie's not. I want to lose another 30 pounds. I want to be able to enjoy food. I love food. I hate cooking for myself. And people say, "Why don't you do cooking videos?" And I've done lots of cooking videos. I just lately haven't felt like it. Well, as far as the shed went, I ordered a shed, and then Amazon sent me saying that the shed was not available, and it was the price. They wouldn't sell it to me for that price. So we thought, well, okay, he'll build me a shed, and it'll cost me some money. And I thought that's okay. Then you realize how much things cost. So right now it's on hold. I don't really. There's a place that builds them really cute sheds with floors. I could go in there if the hailstorm came. I could actually go into this shed, but it's $2,000. It's more than I can. I can't do $150 a month extra every month. Doreen said I would like to go do things, go places while I still can. There may be a time I can't get around and do these things. That's true. That's another thing. Like I said, I'm not getting any younger. You lost your appetite, Linda. Man, my appetite's pretty good still. But the shed. So I keep looking for a shed for like $500, and you don't get much of a shed. If you look, and you'll see. I need one that's big enough that I can actually, you know, fill it up. Happy birthday, Elaine. Happy birthday to you. May you have a wonderful birthday. Eat that cake. Enjoy it. I don't know if we're going to get another check from the government. When they're opening up all the businesses, that might be the government's way of saying now people can. They don't need the money. I don't know. I hope we do. I would love to get one more check. I think that would really help. I hope she's right too, Elaine. Oh yeah. One more stimulus check would really help everybody. The utilities sync that we got, that was something that me and Kathy we're splitting it. You know, I definitely think we're gonna use it. It's gonna be nice. Well, lately it's been tough for me, and I think it's been tough for a lot of people. Well, the Rubbermaid, they're very small. If you buy a Rubbermaid shed, they're like $400, and you get one that's like 2 feet by 4 feet. And they're not big. You just got your check, Keith. That we were one of the last ones to get that. I got mine on April 28th. Things will cost more, and the dollar will be worth 20 cents. Yeah, there's always the negative of everything, but it sure helped when I got it. Oh, Elaine. Well, our camping area behind my house is now open, thank God. Plus, my relatives here, Lee owns an RV park. What part? Where are you, Elaine? What area are you in? You did make me laugh. Finally, she got her check. See, everybody's just about now getting their check. Oh, you're in Lodi. That's far. I have thought about driving to Palm Springs, but I hate to bring my 2 dogs, but I hate to leave my dogs. It's kind of pathetic. I really love my dogs, and it's like if when I'm not with them, I miss them. So I don't know, and then to go to Palm Springs is like 17-hour drive. So, that's like 3 days for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hopefully, I'm going to this mood that I'm in will change, and I'll be fine. You know. Oh, Amarillo. Yeah, I've never been to Amarillo, but it's on the way to Mexico, New Mexico. I would like to go to Santa Fe. That was one of the places that I do plan sometime to go to. I'm sorry, Don. I know you're right, Donna. That's why I decided today to do this on my channel. This is like my second channel, and just speak my mind and my heart, whether it's wrong or right. Yeah, that was a funny movie, Linda. I think if marijuana, truthfully, I think if marijuana was legal, like it is in Oregon and California and Washington and Colorado, I probably would be in a little better spirits because, you smoke, it's just like having a drink for somebody else. Beer doesn't do a thing for me, wine, but a joint makes me lighter, makes me smile. I really need to go to New Mexico sometime. I really do want to travel. I just don't know exactly how it's going to happen because I've got a truck that's a 2007. It's getting older. I can't afford new tires, and everything's very expensive. And it scares me. I guess it scares me to be on the road alone because if something goes wrong, I'm screwed. And I don't like that feeling. It's a weird feeling. That's the thing. When I had my husband in my life, no matter what, I felt safe. If we had a flat tire or we needed something done, he could do it. But it's not like that when you're by yourself. I can't even get on my knees, and it's very hard for me to get up from my knees. I know, Deb, Vegas, that's another place I'd like to visit. I've never walked into a pot dispensary ever in my life that it was legal. That's one of my bucket lists, is just to, what's it like to actually go to a place that it's legal, that it's actually legal, that you can walk in and pick what you like, or they can tell you about what you need. You know, it's medicine. It's good medicine. Even edibles. I don't even care if I smoke anymore. I'd get some edibles. But we don't have it here, and this probably won't happen for a long time. Lee says, Kathy's oldest son, it will come here eventually. It's like, I hope so. And you guys, make sure you give me a thumbs up, even if you didn't like what I had to say. I just need it for myself. I need to know that, it was worth doing this live stream today. And I hope you don't mind me sharing my feelings. I've shared a lot of intimate feelings with you guys today. Um, Talking about Weight Watchers, talking about Food Addiction Treatment Center, talking about the virus, and talking about, just the nervousness of it all. It's sad. It saddens me because I know some people are really going through hard times, way worse than mine. Oh, Deb, they deliver to your door, right to your house. Oh, can you imagine getting on I can't even imagine. Hi, I just need some sativa, yeah, to lift my spirits. Mm-hmm. Oh, gummy bears? Yeah, okay, some gummy bears. Five hours. The closest place here you can get is, what's 5 hours from here, Keith? Tell me. Hi, Pamela. I got what you said, but I'm trying to think. Where is 5 hours away? Tell me where I can go 5 hours from here. Because I've figured it out. It's way more than 5 hours. And the reason I say Palm Springs is because I've got friends and I can hang out with them. I agree with you, honey. It's good to talk about it, and there are always people worse off, she says, but it's not a competition, and we all need to be heard. Hi, Judy. Yeah, I've been like kind of raving and ranting and crying and sharing. Chocolate. That sounds like my kind of stuff. When I lived in Alabama, I had a friend um, who sent me a package. I'm not going to say who, but a good friend, a good friend. And she sent me almonds and she sent me all kinds of stuff, but she also sent me some edibles in it. And so I had a chance to try it, and it was really nice. Didn't take a lot. Chocolate's good. I love chocolate anyway. Wouldn't that be a reason to eat chocolate? Well, Keith, where are you talking about? Because 5 hours is not that far. I'm 5 hours from San Antonio. I'm 5 hours from Chickasaw. But in Oklahoma, isn't it only medical marijuana? Oh, you have 5 hours to Michigan. I thought you meant me. I don't know where Chickasaw is, but I thought Oklahoma's only medical marijuana. And that means you have to have a medical card and live there. But, like California and Oregon and Washington and Vegas, you don't need a card. No, I don't know. I was going to go to Colorado, but, it's not cheap to stay there either. It's always about money, isn't it? Well, you guys, I have enjoyed our conversation.